October the 11th, 2019. Guys, a couple of days ago I did a video. We talked about the storm moving up the East Coast and forming and setting there for a few days between Virginia and New York, and that's what it's done. Right now it's subtropical storm Melissa. It has sustained winds at 65 miles an hour. If you look very closely, you can see Long Island under that cloud cover, and in that area, guys, is getting tropical storm force winds. It's so crazy season, grand solar minimum. This is what we have. Melissa now at 65 miles an hour, minimum central pressure 995 millibars, and it is moving southwest at 3 knots or 3 miles an hour. Now I think with the current radar or satellite images, it looks like it's moving back now to the east. So we also have 2 other systems. I don't think we're going to see much out of them. This one's going to stay very close to land. The one off of Africa, guys, looks like it's going to just move up into the Atlantic and rebound and move back to the east. But Melissa's very unique for this time of the year to just sit there. The entire season has been a little different. A lot of storms come in, get close to land, move up, and back east. And the UK seen some of this weather. Now, again, you can look at the time stamps on this. By tomorrow, it should be far enough offshore to where you guys are getting some break from the winds. Also in the middle of the nation, this blizzard conditions. Look down all the way into Texas, and you can see, for all my friends here in central Mississippi, Louisiana, Texas, and starting to get into Alabama, that cool front's moving through, guys, and you've got frost warnings as far south as Arkansas tonight. Right now, our fire situation in California is not up in the Oakland area. It's in L.A., and you can see the clouds here, the actual smoke. And this is up in that same area that we saw a lot of the firestorms last year. What do they call it? Saddleback or Saddle Ridge, all through that area. And if you look at it very closely here, you can see this afternoon when the Santa Ana winds kicked up. You see that puff? Well, what's happening is they had to evacuate about 100,000 people so far. And that was before the Santa Ana kicked in. But you can see when they did. But look how far out into the Pacific Ocean the smoke is trailing. Now, I'd like to hear from some of you guys down in the LA area. We've been looking at Oakland and San Francisco area. It's PG&E. And if I'm not mistaken, you guys down in this area where you've got ABC7 is Edison. But look at these fires that are moving through that area, very reminiscent of the last few years. Now, what I want to ask a question about is for you folks in that area is Edison in the same financial predicament that PG&E is? And guys, here you can see on the top of these ridges, Saddle Ridge, that's the name I was trying to think of, 100K, 1,000 people impacted, evacuation centers open. Notice the red line, that's where these tankers are dropping the chemical retardant. But notice all of the area downwind, and what they're trying to do is keep this fire up in the mountains, and this is a little earlier, and not let it get into this neighborhood and cross the interstates. The interstates have been a nightmare. I mean, they're having to close one after the other, and then you see thousands of cars backed up into the mountains that are running along the ridges as far as detours, and you hope they don't get trapped into there. But guys, again, let me know, because California is in dire straits now. We know PG&E is in trouble. Looks like PIMCO's going to take it, and who knows who's really controlling those strings. But now with the fires popping up in many places overnight in L.A., guys, what's really going on? It's a heads up. Let me know in the comments. Be safe.